Hello everyone, my name is Richard Corey, and today I'm going to talk to you about a little bit of a problem that we have going on in the United States called obesity. First, if you could, think back to me about 10 to 15 years ago when you would walk down the street, say you were walking to the grocery store or just walking around doing some shopping with your mom like most of us did when we were kids, and you happen to notice when you were walking that the one or two maybe overweight people, the obese ones, and you asked your mom, and your mom told you to be quiet, don't say anything, don't be too loud because they were embarrassed. But now, if you walk down the aisles of the grocery store, and the healthier people, the skinnier people seem to be the minority. A lot more people are overweight today. And today in our society, we have a tendency to blame our problems on someone else or something else. One of those things that we like to blame on something else is obesity. But let's take a look at how obesity has risen over the years. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1/3 of adults are overweight and more than 1/6 of children are overweight in America and even obese. In the past 20 years, the rates have doubled for adults and they have tripled for children. That's a big trend. That's a huge difference in just 20 years. That's made a big difference in our society. If this trend continues, then when our children are adults, then obesity is going to be the norm, and the healthy weight and healthy lifestyle are going to be the exception. And that's something that we need to change. So why the sudden increase in overweight and obesity in our society? Well, it's mainly due to our sedentary lifestyles and the fact that quick and easy fast food is, it's a major part. It's readily available for us. Those things play a major problem in this trend. So, going home, the activities that we do, video games, internet, movies, etc., those things have basically replaced all of the active things that we used to do, even as kids. My parents couldn't get me to come inside after school. I wanted to be outside. I wanted to ride my bike. They had to bribe me with food to get me in the house after, and now today the kids want to come inside. They want to play the video games. They want to be on the internet. And same thing with us when we get off of work. We have a tendency to come in. We want to sit down. We want to watch TV, watch the news, and do those things versus going outside, playing with our kids, or even doing yard work, something like that. The other part that I talked about was the food that's readily available. It's super easy to go to McDonald's and eat off their dollar menu. You can feed yourself for $3, $4, and you could go home and cook a meal, but it would take more money. But it's also less time consuming. You can eat them faster. So grabbing McDonald's dollar menu is a lot easier. And also when you go in the store to buy food, the healthier food is more expensive, so it's easier to buy the cheaper food, especially for most of us who, college-age students, or even those young adults who have families. It's cheaper to buy the garbage food. So those things have made it harder for us to be a healthier people. So with our lifestyles changing and bad food so easily and readily accessible, what can we do to change the way that we live? Well, there's several ways that we can change our lifestyles and become a healthier people. But ultimately, it's going to start with the right mindset. We need to take responsibility for what we do, and what we eat. The activities we engage in. Our lifestyles basically today are sedentary, and we need to switch that around. So taking responsibility for the activities that we engage in, like I was saying before, instead of coming inside after work and sitting down watching a movie and eating some, Cheetos and whatever, we go outside. Maybe we do a barbecue. Maybe we go out and we do some yard work. We go play with the kids, go kick a soccer ball, something like that. Taking that responsibility instead of going to McDonald's and eating off their dollar menu and claiming that McDonald's is making us fat, or a spoon made us fat because the spoon is what gets the food to our mouth. Instead of blaming our problems on that, take responsibility of what you're eating, and go eat those meals that you cook at home. You know, make some stir fry, do a barbecue, any of those kind of things that are going to help you be active and get outside. Ultimately, what it boils down to is we need to take pride in ourselves and choose to live a healthy lifestyle. It is that change. In order to make our country and make us not an obese and overweight people, we need to change our lifestyles. We need to go back to being an active people. So if we learn from the past, we know what we were doing in the past that was so much different than what we're doing today. We know what's wrong with what we're doing, and we know how to fix it. Then ultimately we have to do that. We have to fix that problem because that problem is on us. So obesity was never something that was hereditary. It's not a disease. It's something that's developed over the years. As a personal trainer, I personal trained for 8 years, and there is only one person that I've had that has had the problem and not been able to lose weight. And that had to do with some chemical balance that she had when she was pregnant, and she could not lose weight. I even went to her house and cooked, but there's those few people. I'm not saying that there's not those people out there, but 99% of us do not have that problem. We like to blame it on something else. So basically what we need to do is understand that obesity has never been a disease, that it's a thing that we can correct. So we need to get off our butts, make the change to be active, and not look for some medicine, some quick pill, or someone else to blame for the problem that we created. Take pride in yourself and change your lifestyle. Eat healthy and be active.